Welcome you all in this education video of NIOS. We are doing subject Library and Information Science. Code number for this subject is 339. This is for senior secondary level. Lesson number is 2. Name of the lesson is Types of Libraries and Information Centers. Earlier we have already covered part 1. This is video part 2. Now let us discuss the objectives of this video. In this video we will be able to illustrate the objectives, functions and services of each type of library. We will understand it in detail. Also, we will be able to list various levels of academic and public libraries. We will understand in detail. And the third objective, which is also in continuation of the first and second, it will help us understand and give examples of each type of library. In earlier part 1, we had covered a little part of this lesson. Now this video is in continuation of the previous video. So in this video, we are discussing the functions of school libraries. We already know that in order to attract students to the library and to create interest and curiosity, it is important that teachers provide some material or some good content so that teachers can create interest in the students. So this is one of the important functions, to acquire a good stock of teaching learning material for students and teachers, so that teachers and students both can get benefit. This is the second function. It tells us that the important function of library is to display books in a classified order, so that subject wise all the books are arranged in their particular shelf and students can easily search their subject's book. The third function explains that the function of library is to provide functional physical facilities such as building, furniture, and furnitures like table, chair, all the shelves, all the things which you can touch, all the physical materials, and all the equipments like lighting, the Wi-Fi, the laptop, computer, desktop computer, CPU, everything needs to be provided by library. And the fourth function of library is to hire qualified and committed staff so that library can work smoothly. Also, there are some services provided by library. These services are mainly 4. The first main service is lending. The second service is reading. As we already know that reading and lending are important. So lending services are provided by the library so that people can come and read the book when the book is not completed. when you start reading a book, there is interest created and you want to read further, then you take the book for some time and then return it after some time. And then reading is important. Then third is reference services are given by libraries. And then fourth important service is guidance and advisory services. We have already understood the school library. Now from here onwards, we will understand the college library. We know that support of a library at the college level is essential to broaden the minds of the young students to meet new challenges. So, this is important. And if we compare the school education to the college education, we will understand that both are totally different for students. And there are large number of students in each class, and so that is why it is not possible for the teachers to give individual attention to each student, because it will take a long time. Teachers are very few and students are more in number. So this is impossible to give individual attention. However, the students have to depend on the college library for their studies and also to develop a habit of self-learning. And if we try to understand about the college library, then we can understand that college libraries are further classified in 4 different categories. The first category is junior colleges. Junior colleges are just like when after doing 10th, the students move on to the next level, that is 11th and 12th. So 11th and 12th are generally known by another name, that is junior colleges. And if we talk about the degree colleges, this is another college library type. In this, we know that graduation courses, just like BA, BCom, or we also call it 13th, class 13 and class 14, comes under degree colleges. And then another college library classification is postgraduate level. This is for the master level learners. And after that, there is another 4th category, that is for professional colleges. There are various vocational courses like teaching or stitching, painting, training, different kinds of trainings are there. For different skills, we do professional trainings for different professions. Let us now understand the objectives of a college library. The first objective is to give the enrolled students a wider and deeper understanding of the various disciplines, and also to provide guidance to students for higher studies and for self-learning. Another objective is to provide guidance to students for higher studies and self-learning. This is the third objective of the college library. Its objective explains that to prepare the students for shouldering higher responsibilities, like at the government departments or some other civic organizations, at the commercial establishments, business and industrial companies, etc. So at all these places, there is a higher level of intelligence is required. So to prepare students for doing all the responsibility and shouldering the high responsibility. The fourth objective is to train them to become more enlightened, knowledgeable, and responsible citizen, and to prepare them for different professions like law, medicines, or engineering, or technology, etc. So there are various professions available in our society. So a library is used by all the learners who are doing some professional courses or has taken admission in any professional course. Like in medical, we have different subcategories: specialist, eye specialist, heart specialist. So similarly, there are different kinds of books available. Now let us understand the functions of a college library. The first function of college library is to assist in finding out the requirements of its teachers and students regarding reading, study, and research. So there are different kinds of assistance required for teachers and students. The third main function is to provide different curriculum-based textbooks and recommended books for their study. And the next fourth objective is to equip the library with a wide range of reference books so that students can get reference and they'll do research analysis for them. The fifth objective is to develop collection of latest books and periodicals, including their back volumes. Like sometimes there are periodicals monthly, which sometimes there are quarterly periodicals, sometimes there are weekly. So accordingly, different periodicals are available. They are all collected and kept there in the library so that anyone who wants to have some information can have a look at it, including all their back volumes are also available in the libraries. So all kinds of back volumes are also kept in the library. And the sixth objective explains that to procure multiple media materials and computer-aided teaching and learning material. So for all these materials also, library can be approached. The seventh objective explains about the subscription to important newspapers and other light materials such as popular fiction, biographies. These are all light materials, not very heavy. So all these important informations are also kept in the library. Let us have a break here.
प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने, जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने, जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने। धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो, धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो, कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो, कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो, मित्रों हम उठे और जागे, मंजिल आने की ध्वनि सुने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने, जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने। राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विद्यालय का है द्वार खुला सबकी बातें, शिक्षा परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर, शिक्षा परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर, दुनिया में इसके केंद्र बात, कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने, कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने,
Now let us continue the topic, college library services. It provides different services like reading service, lending service, and textbook services. Another service is it provides guidance to the students in the use of manual or computer catalogs. So the different information and the manuals are provided by the library as a service. And another service is to assist in locating the books for references. Like we know that in library there are different shelves where books are kept for different subjects. So whenever any user comes in the library and is looking for a particular subject or a particular book, then the library people, they locate the book. They explain the user that this particular subject book is available on that particular shelf. The fourth service provided by library is it trains and instructs students to use library resources in an effective and efficient manner. As how to do the work, what are the steps to be taken to complete some work, how to give presentation. So all these things which are important, the instructions are given and training is given by the library as a service providing by the library. The fifth objective or fifth service of the library is to provide information, reference and referral services to all the library members. The sixth service which is provided by library is that it displays new books and list of multiple media materials. And the seventh services provided by the library is to procure adequate multimedia materials and equipments to render them usable, so that whatever things or machines or equipments are required by the user, so they are all provided by the library people. The eighth service which is provided by library is the reprographic services. Like sometimes there are some graphics are required, some images or something which is important graphic for the user. So library provides all these services. Now let us understand the library committee. So all the library committee have some members, and generally the principal happens to be the chairman of the library committee, in which the librarian is the member secretary. And a senior faculty member and outside library experts are the other members of the library committee. And the major source of finance of a college library are grants from the UGC and state government, and also sometimes fees and fines are also taken by the students. So that helps to provide the funding sometime which is necessary for getting the necessary material like books, equipments or anything which is needed there. Sometimes government funds are also given, and students apply for library membership then they pay some amount of fees, and when they return the book late, then sometime the fines are also included for the library functionary, you can say the grant, like the financial help, that is taken as financial help. Now there are some examples of college libraries. These are all the names which you can see of the college library. First is Kirorimal College Library, it is in Delhi. The second is Lakshmi Bai College Library, it is also in Delhi. And then another name, Government College of Technology Library, it is in Coimbatore. Let's now understand the university library in India. We have already understood about the college library. Now this is the university library we are talking about. So let us understand this in detail. We know the growth is evident from various reasons. So all these reasons are that the growing number of students enrollment every year as the new students join in the university, the numbers of students increases. The second point explains that there are research scholars who are doing some research. They also gave the growth. And the next point explains about the courses in varied discipline. There are different subjects, studies happening in the college. So all the subjects have different students enrolling every 6 months or every year. And also sometimes there are multidisciplinary courses in which 2 courses are taken together or 3 courses are taken together. So those students are also included as a growth. And then fifth point explains that there are creation of sometime new departments, and then whatever new departments we have, the new faculty members, new staff members would be there. So that is kind of growth which is included as a member or growth. And the sixth point explains about the research projects and a large number of faculty members. The seventh point explains that there are different types of universities, such as different types of universities are mainly of 4 kinds. First is conventional, then professional, then deemed universities, and then open universities. So these are all the main 4 types of universities. We should be aware about these 4 types of universities. Now, as all the universities have library, so let us now understand the university libraries. The university libraries play a very challenging role because university library has to satisfy the demand of larger group of students. So students are increasing every year after a particular time period. The students increases and they all come for reference help to the library. And also some research and postdoctoral research scholars are also in college or university level. So they also approach to the university library. And beside that, there are members of various academic and executive bodies of the management and administrative committees. They also need support of library for the good material, educational material, for their own support. So they also approach the university library for their self-improvement or self-knowledge enhancement. So university library support them also. And beside that, there are professional staffs of the university who approach the university library as per their need. Because we are talking about university, so their staff is also equipped with knowledge. A university library is established, administered, and maintained to assist the university in 5 major functions. The first major function is teaching and learning. The second major function is research and generation of new knowledge. And then dissemination and publication of research results is also one of the major functions. And then conservation of knowledges and ideas. This is the fourth main function. And then the fifth function is the extension of programs. Let us now understand the objectives of a university library. The first main objective is to provide intellectual and managerial leadership among the professionals. For example, when a teacher is teaching in a higher level class, or you can say college, university, then whenever students ask some questions, then the professor has to prepare beforehand so that he is able to answer all the queries. So this is one of the objectives of university library, that to provide the intellectual and managerial leadership to the professor, to the leaders, whoever is taking the lectures of the learners. And also the second objective is to inculcate in them a sense of social purpose. This is also one of the objectives of university library. The next objective is to guide research workers in all areas of research for improving the quality of life. And the fourth objective is to conserve knowledge and ideas for the posterity, so that knowledge can be used for further problem solving. Now here are the functions of university library, which we are now going to discuss. To develop collection of print and media resources in a wide variety of subjects for different work like learning, teaching, research, and publication, etc. So these are all functions of university library. Another function is to organize and store the acquired collection or knowledge for use by the readers. There are different subjects which are needed for the students so that they can approach the library. The third function is to provide a variety of library documentation and information services, both responsive and anticipatory. So these can be of use in the coming future. So beforehand, they prepare themselves so that if anyone asks them for a particular information, they can provide that information to them as soon as possible. Another objective is to encourage students, researchers, and teachers in using the library for pleasure, self-discovery, personal growth, and sharpening of intellectual skills. So these are also some of the important objectives. Now these are the services of a university library. The first service is, we all know, reading and lending service. The second service is the library orientation. This is about all the rules of the library, how to utilize the materials which are available in the library. The third service of university library is to provide assistance in the use of the library catalog and locating documents. So they have different structures and accordingly documents are kept. The fourth service of university library is reference and information services. The fifth service of university library is CAS, CAS, CAS. CAS means current awareness services. In brief, we call it CAS, as all the current updated awareness services are known as CAS. Just like we watch TV for the upcoming information, upcoming news, so accordingly, similarly, the CAS service is provided by the university library. And another service is selective dissemination of information. In short, we call it SDI. It provides the selective information to the user. Then seventh service is about the bibliographic services. It provides all the biographies services to the user. And then eighth service is interlibrary loan service. It explains that whenever there are 2 library or 3 library or more library, then those books can be interchanged or they can be lended as per the library rules. And another service is reprographic services. Whenever there is need of graphic material, then those library can provide the necessary material in graphics form. And then 10th objective of the services is 10th services area are maintenance of newspaper clippings, and then 11th is maintenance of vertical files containing pamphlets, prospectuses, reports, and question papers of previous year's examinations. So all these are available in the library. All the old question papers, previous year's question papers, they are kept there in the library. The 12th point explains about the reservation of documents. It is easy to understand that all documents are reserved there. And then 13th point explains about the user education. The 14th point explains about the exhibition and special displays. And then 15th point explains the special lectures, demonstrations of new softwares and services, and about the user-oriented seminars and workshops. These are also some services provided by University Library. Now you can see some examples. The one library is in Delhi, it is Delhi University Library. Then Jawaharlal Nehru University Library. The third is Madras University Library. We have understood the University Library. Now here we are discussing about some special libraries. The special libraries came into existence in the 20th century. Earlier, there were general libraries, but from 20th century onwards, the special library came into existence. And the special library deals with special user groups. And it has subject-specific collection and renders special services. These libraries are established to meet the information requirements of the organization to which they are attached. So whatever needs they have, those needs are fulfilled by them. Now, special library we have understood. Let us now understand the definition of special library according to the specific definitions. The Harrod's Librarian's Glossary of terms define the meaning of special library as collection of books and other printed, graphic or recorded materials dealing with a limited field of knowledge and provided by a learned society, research organization, industrial and commercial undertaking, government department, or even an educational institution. So special libraries can have some speciality, like library for blind people, library for differently abled people. So accordingly, the materials can be kept there. And it may also be a special branch of a public library, serving certain interest or occupational groups, such as technical library or a special subject library. Meeting the needs of all inquiries on that given subject. Examples are like there are some music library, or sometimes there are some braille library. So these are few examples. In other library, we can find any book in general, but these are some special libraries. Now, these are some objectives of special library. The first objective is a special library is an integral part of a parent institution and fully supports its programmers and activities. So the main objective of special library are to develop the current as well as retrospective collection in core subjects based on the subjects and programmers of the parent organization. So the special libraries are under the control of parent organization, and the parent organization supports the special libraries fully in a complete way, so that all the material, all the needs are fulfilled timely by that parent organization. The third point explains that special libraries has some aim, and their aim is to provide promptly the latest information about the significant development in the field whenever requested by the user. Now, these are some functions and services of a special library. The first function is to perform exhaustive literature search to compile comprehensive lists. Another function is to select, procure, organize, store and retrieve the current information which is required by the user. The third point explains that to analyze, to synthesize and evaluate the available important information is the function which comes under this special libraries. And then fourth point explains that it provides state-of-the-art reports, critical reviews and monographs, and also research reports and reprints are provided by these special libraries. The fifth point explains that it provides indexes, abstracts, and extracts. And also it prepares accession lists, different bulletins, newsletters, summaries, handbooks or manuals, and other bibliographies. So all these are prepared by the help of the library reference material. The 7th point explains that issues documents including interlibrary loan. 8th point explains about render references and referral services. And 9th point explains about the provides current awareness services, selective dissemination of information, and translation services. Now, these are some types of special libraries. You can have a look at it easily. These are also government libraries. These are some organizations. You can have a look at it. And these are also some academic institutions names list. You can also have a look at it all. So you can go through all these materials easily. So far we have discussed this lesson. I hope you have understood the school library, college library, university library, some special libraries. All these points we discussed, they are all different structures. Thank you. Namaskar.